Hoka, hey, Alita Army. Welcome to the Alita live stream of October the 22nd, 2021. What is your favorite arc or part of Alita Battle Angel, where we discuss all things to do with the movie Alita Battle Angel, the source manga Gundam, and the greatly desired sequels. I am your host, the Muskogee Creek from Denver, Colorado. And we do have several folks coming, I promise. So today we're going to have a pretty neat little discussion with a couple of very short clips, I guess. And the folks that are coming on, I think probably Do Not Stand By will be here. Max Tack will be here. Angelus will be here. And it's going to be a pretty neat thing where we talk about our favorite scenes. And we're not going to limit ourselves to one scene. We're going to actually as many scenes as someone wants to bring up to discuss. We will definitely do that. We will take on all the scenes that we would enjoy, I guess, in Alita, the movie Alita Battle Angel. There's the link if you want to come on, and there's only 4 of you out there right now, and that's okay. If you want to come on and tell us what your favorite scene from the movie is, by all means do so. I mean, we don't bite here. We're friendly. Any scene that you want to bring up, it works for us pretty well. So, and I guess just move right along. And we all know this is our favorite movie. This is our cyborg girl right here, and that's that's kind of, she's got all of our hearts. We definitely want a sequel. There's no doubt about that. And we all think that this movie, now Alita Battle Angel may not be your ultimate, very most favorite scene. And that's okay as long as she's up there in the top 3. We're good with that. So, because there's a lot of good action in this movie. There's somewhat of a love story in the movie. And there's some interesting characters in the movie, and there's a lot of good actors in this movie. I mean, James Cameron and Robert Rodriguez, really were able to get very superb actors. A couple of Oscar winners and stuff like that were in this movie, and it could show by the quality of the acting. And certainly our Queen Rosa Salazar, she did a great job on this. So anyway, that's where we are at this point. And what are our favorite scenes? Well, certainly, and I know we've said this several times, what is our favorite scenes, but I've heard several people say, well, my favorite scene is the whole movie, and okay, I get that. And then, of course, I've heard other people say any scene that has Alita in it, I'm good with that scene. So I guess that speaks volumes of how much we love the character Alita Battle Angel, and just how much we support the movie, how much we support the character, and the other actors and characters in the movie too. We definitely we support them wholeheartedly and passionately, as they would say. So here's a list of some of our favorite scenes, and there could be others. I know personally I have 2 that I've got listed that as soon as that we have a couple other guests come on that they're going to tell us, we'll bring those scenes up. Certainly that fight that Alita has with the cyborgs in the alley was really epic. And it was certainly her first fight in the movie. And, actually taking down those 3 cyborgs, 2 of which were armed with weapons. And the other one was a hulking 3 meters tall, and she was certainly, 4'11", which is barely, not even 1.5 meters tall. So, and she basically kicked the crap out of them. I know I've done a couple of videos on this myself, and even did a couple of videos on on her martial arts and fighting style that had this particular fight in, of course, with a couple of the other fights too. And if you remember, Nisiana and Romo, they both had blade weapons on them. I guess Romo's weapon was more of a kind of like a scythe, I guess, and certainly Nisiana's was more like probably like swords that she would, that she had on the end of her, hands, or not hands, arms, I guess. Uh, that she could use to fight with. And certainly Alita's fighting style, which is Panzerkunst, is actually, I mean, it was spoke highly in the film. Now, we all realize that, Alita Battle Angel's, a fictional character, and that's cool. But just think of the idea, of somebody being able to fight off three cyborgs like that, or three attackers that are armed, two of them armed with weapons and the other vastly larger than her. And she was able to just literally kick the crap out of them, and just, killing two of them and gravely injuring a third one. So, you kind of take a look at her picture there on the right, on the top there, and you'd say, how can that cute little thing hurt or attack, defend themselves? Well, if you underestimate her, you're doing that at your peril. And certainly kicking Zapan's butt. That was another good scene. She did it actually twice, didn't she? I mean, she did it once in the bar, and then once when she stopped Zapan from killing Hugo, I guess. But just that front kick she gave him that was so powerful, that it sent him flying across the bar at probably 25 feet. And then, of course, that side kick she threw when they were in the street when Zapan was trying to kill Hugo sent him at least 15 to 20 feet. And that was a side kick in which she didn't have any momentum built up, and he went flying. So a pretty neat scene there too. And the scene that went after that was pretty good too. I mean, that scene of her and Hugo in the church, when Hugo was stabbed, that scene gets to me every time I see it, because you could tell that the character Alita, really loved Hugo, and it just, you could just see how much pain she was in. And certainly, Hugo was definitely injured there for sure, but it just kind of showed you that, just how good the acting was, the expression on Rosa's face, and that kind of thing. Just every time I see that scene where, he tells her he loves her, and her face just literally breaks, man, that one there, that scene just crushes me every time I see it,
Every time you see her smile.
Yeah, every time. Yeah. Yeah, every time I see that smile, that crushes me. But I was talking about the scene in the church, where she was, where she was kind of holding Hugo. That one there kind of tears me up when I see it, and Rosa did a great job acting, not just in that scene, but in the whole movie. Anyway, there's our co-host Angelus, obviously not working at this point in time. So, or at least right now, anyway. So how's it going, Angelus?
Pretty good. I mean, I've got 2 more shifts to go, all night shifts and all pretty busy ones. But hey, when we're talking about Alita, sometimes you end up finding that second, and third, and fourth, and fifth, and sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth gear.
Yeah.
All the way up to 99.
Well, you haven't missed a lot. I just barely got through the first 4 bullets on this one. Now that we got some others. Now, I didn't know what your favorite scenes were, but you're going to get to tell us that, later on. I got a slide coming up, it has your avatar on it. So, or your PRP or whatever, it'll, you'll be able to tell us about your favorite scene there. So how's it going down there in Brisbane and Queensland there, Angelus?
I don't know. It was pretty crazy last night. Let's just say my job is in security, and there's a lot of stupid people out there.
Yeah, no kidding.
And as the restrictions start to ease, and or you get vaccinated, whatever your choice may be, Or let's say we'll be seeing even more people, more stupid people, I should say. Basically, everyone wants to start a fight and be, king of the hill, so to speak.
Yeah.
And the police are around to keep the peace.
Yeah. And we just got joined by Do Not Stand By. He's about 25 miles north of my house. How's it going, Do Not Stand By?
Great. Yeah, the weather's beautiful, and
Yeah, it
my
is.
neighborhood's going to be hosting an outdoor movie night for Dune, the premiere of D-U-N-E, Dune.
Oh, you're going to have a good night for that. Golly. I mean, sunset is coming earlier and earlier, isn't it? So you can kind of pull your time back earlier and earlier and get a kind of a decent night's sleep, So how's things going up there in Arvada? Do Not Stand By.
Nevada.
I think he's muted, I think.
Oh, he's showing up as unmuted for me.
Yeah, he's
Maybe
showing
his
up, but
mic's
he might have a mute
chaos.
button on his mic, though. That was what I was thinking. So
Oh, true, yeah.
yeah.
So we can talk about him and give him crap.
And he can't say anything to us. Yeah. Yeah. And I think Maxie will be on pretty soon, So anyway, let me go back to any thoughts on those first four bullets there. We got Kunstler. Oh, we lost Do Not Stand By. And there's Kunstler. How's it going, Kunstler 99 from Chicago, Illinois?
Doing okay. Just getting off work.
Yeah. Cool. So you're driving home, I guess. Yeah, you haven't missed much. I just barely went over the first four bullets. I don't know if you can see my screen or not, but yeah, we just barely started. So we haven't really covered too much at this point.
Yeah, no, you're good.
How's things going there in Illinois?
All right. Yeah, weather's starting to change a little bit. Probably a little bit more than yours right now.
Yeah, it's like 72 out there. I got my walk in. It was great, man. I mean, it's really, I'm getting into this walking business. I don't just do powerlifting, Angelus. I walk too, got to do the cardio thing, I guess. But yeah, it's nice weather here. I guess it's probably approaching winter there in Straya, isn't it? And I think Angelus is muted.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely muted. Sorry, my bad.
That's all right.
Adjusting my seat before and I forgot to unmute myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just coming into spring, I think.
Oh, spring. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Because it's fall here, and it's exactly the opposite there. That's right. So our weather in fall, early fall, and your early spring is probably similar in some ways. So I guess. But anyway, we're not here to talk about the weather. We're here to talk about our girl. So I guess going to that. Anything about those first four bullets up there, Angelus or Kunstler, that you might want to enlighten us on, that maybe what those first four bullets, what are your favorite scenes? Of course, I've heard several people say the entire movie is my favorite scene. And then, any scene with Alita in it, is good, so, and then of course her fighting the cyborgs in the alley and then kicking Zapan's butt twice, is what I've gone over so far.
Right.
Sorry, I was just coughing. You go.
Go ahead, Kunstler.
Yeah, so I would say probably out of those that the initial fight with with the alley fight with the cyborg, probably one of my favorite scenes, just because it's I find it to be so true to the source material. With it, and it really does kind of have that spirit of like her just going into her inner badass, her inner warrior, that is just an instinct. It's a primal instinct with her that goes back to her training in her subconscious. So
Yeah, you got the impression that she didn't know she was a badass before that fight happened, and then of course, you know, I guess Ito's life was threatened, so that's when it kind of kicked her into gear, I guess. You know, so she discovered she was a badass.
In the anime, I believe it's for slightly different motivations again, but at the same time, she does switch from being like innocent and ooh to like complete killer when she
Yeah,
fights Gruishka the first time around. And then once Gruishka buggers off, she's like back to normal again.
yeah,
So there's like definitely not necessarily an alter ego like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, but definitely another facet of her personality, of her persona that I
yeah.
guess she hides or just doesn't come out much.
Yeah, I think she just doesn't know. You know, when she fights those cyborgs, she doesn't know. You know, she's just, you know, I mean, you know, Ito puts her behind the corner there, you know, and tells her, you know, Alita run, you know, and she certainly does. But, you know, she doesn't run away from that fight. She runs to it, you know, so that was pretty cool, you know. Although you kind of had to figure an idea that she was going to do that because that is the name of the movie, Alita Battle Angel. She's not going to run away from a fight, you know, but.
Yeah, well, and the one aspect that I really liked about it too, and you know, someone who doesn't know the source material wouldn't expect this necessarily, but like within that first alley fight, like she kills two people, like
Yes.
not like defend herself to get away, but she like obliterates and annihilates two people.
Yes. Yeah, I think when you know, Dan and I talked about this, you know, about her, you know, especially with Romo, you know, she kind of grounds and pounds him, you know, and then of course she's in front of the mirror and she's kind of doing like more classical, you know, almost kung fu type moves. Actually, that one move she does is called Snake Creeps Down. That is a kung fu move. That's Tai Chi, you know. So, and it's all classical looking, you know, it's all the movements are like you would see in a, you know, in a kata. But when she gets in a fight, it's different, you know, and of course that's what you would see, you know. So, yeah, I kind of agree with you. I really like that. I like that first fight, you know, it was interesting that it's kind of to your point, Kunstler, that she doesn't, you know, some folks might, if they got in a fight, they maybe that if they subdued their opponent, you know, and maybe stunned them or something, they would get away, you know. Not her. She after she kills the two, she goes after Gruishka, who is 9 meters tall. I mean, 3 meters tall, rather 9 feet or so, 10 feet.
Right. Well, and also like to that point too, it's like when Ito gets like that opportunity to go, it's not like a okay, let's run away. It's a no, I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna finish
Yes.
This is a showdown, and one of us is going to either die, like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and there isn't a conversation about it. It's just that's pure, just going into battle, and it's like we're doing this, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what it was. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's well, it's like say it's instinctive, you know. Hello, Maxie. Oh, go ahead, Angelus.
I was going to say I'd probably have to. One thing I would disagree is anyone that says the entire movie. Only in the context of the entire movie just puts you like in an enchantment, like under the spell. So
Yeah.
you're just like sitting there watching it, and
Yeah.
nothing else outside of your little bubble exists except for you and the movie.
Yeah.
Now, the point I was going for is that like that's the entire movie in general. There are going to be some scenes that really sort of make you sort of snap out of that. And
Yeah.
even though everything gets its color back, you're
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
fixated on the screen. Like there are some scenes that are going to just like burst your
Yeah.
bubble and make you go, wow.
Yeah. I agree.
And one of those scenes that like the best example I can give is the 1984, I think it was, the Karate Kid. Excuse me. Basically, I forget who gave the order, but when it came time to like just doing hanging out on set and practicing lines and scenes and stuff like that,
Yeah.
Pat Morita would always be with that, what's his name, Ralph Macchio. And all the Cobra Kai students would be with all the Cobra Kai students, and John Kreese or Martin Cove is the actor's name.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's about that time movie. You can sort of feel that, but when they were together, when Ralph Macchio and Pat Morita, one of the scenes that they practiced was when Daniel says, you know, I'm not learning anything, I'm going home. And then, you know, Mr. Miyagi goes, you know, show me Santa floor.
Yeah.
And then he'd go through the motion, but he'd make it a karate move. And I remember this because it was in an extra scene. And they practiced that thing so much that, like, I think it even got like a timely applause, like mid-movie as well. And they also used it as part of the trailer and all this other stuff. And like basically it was the selling point. And that's the kind of scene that I was talking about. The one that I think for most is that the Fuck Your Mercy scene. That's pretty much going to be one that made everyone sort of go, what the hell did I just hear? What did I see?
I wasn't going to say that one because I knew it was creaky, so you know, just leave it to him.
Yeah.
Well, I got I got some slides coming up where you guys can talk about your scenes. You know, this is just general. This is just to get the conversation started. These bullets right here, because Maxie, you're going to tell us your favorite scenes. I kind of know what they are because you kind of told me already 2 of them anyway. And then you can elaborate. You can elaborate on those. You know. Anyway, go ahead, Angelus. You were talking about.
Well, yeah, I was finishing up on that note. Like, the reason why I would disagree with someone saying the entire movie is that it does put you in that sort of comfortable bubble, and then there'll be some particular scenes, whether it be the F Your Mercy, whether it be when she like splits Grushka in half, or when she gut stabs Vector, or I don't know, in the church scene or whatever scene. You know, there's going to be some for each individual that really, well, we'll end up discussing mine and Maxie's in just a moment. So, there's definitely going to be some scenes that stand out, I guess.
Well, I think the people that I know, for me, I mean, I would be tempted to say the entire movie, only because, you know, when the first time I saw it, you know, I just went, holy crap, this is good. You know, I mean, that's what I was saying, you know, watching it for the very first time. I was going, holy crap, this is good. You know, that kind of thing, you know. And I think after you fall in love with the character Alita, then you know, and you've seen it several times, then the entire movie thing comes out, you know. But I agree with you. There's some scenes in there that just grab you, you know. And
I guess best way of putting it is that yes, the entire movie is bloody good, but there's going to be like a few that go even further beyond. Like there's Super Saiyan, and then there's Ultra Instinct.
Yep.
There's Berserker Body, and then there's Imaginos.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. Maxie from I guess from Sydney in New South Wales. Strike.
Well, Sydney's the closest big city, but
that's
I'm actually about 100 kilometres north from there.
Yeah.
In a place called the Central Coast, which is lovely this morning at 22 degrees Celsius, which I don't know, that's probably in the early 80s for you guys or something.
I think so. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
But I've been running my ass off cleaning up this morning because my wife's having a visitor over. She hasn't had many friends, so this is kind of important to her. So I was doing DIY yesterday and running around cleaning cars, and oh god, I'm knackered.
Well, that's cool though.
Oh yeah, keep myself busy.
Yeah, I know how that is. I was married twice. So I know how that works.
Well,
Actually,
I'm on my second marriage as well, so
Yeah. Yeah, that's
actually
second
setting
time
the
lucky.
livestream.
yeah, second time lucky. That's right. So anyway, we got Do Not Stand By back.
But who knows for how long?
Yeah, he's going to leave because he's got a outdoor showing today. You're showing
Oh.
Foundation again, right? Do Not Stand By.
No, it's Dune. Today's the premiere of Dune in the U.S.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah, sorry.
I want to know what that's
dropped
like.
off
I've heard it's good.
Oh, I don't know what's like either. I'm coming in totally cold. I've never seen the original Dune movie. I haven't read the Dune books. So this is my first time watching Dune ever in any form. So
yeah.
So yeah, I'll let you know what I think
Lord
of
of
it.
the Rings. What the hell?
I saw Lord of the Rings, but I never read Dune,
Yeah.
and I never watched the original movie.
I read the book. I read Dune, and I saw the 1984 movie. I like the book better, I think. But the 1984 movie was okay. I mean, and I even saw a
It
little.
was good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, for its time, it was very good. They had a series on Dune back in the 90s, I guess it was.
I think it was the noughties.
Yeah, and I watched some of it, and it didn't do much for me. I mean, I didn't really like it that much, So, I didn't watch all that series, but
For those diehard fans of Dune who had been waiting 2 decades to get anything else,
Yes.
I understand how they feel. Strangely.
Yes, I do. Yeah, we do understand how they feel, for sure, But anyway, Do Not Stand By. We kind of started talking about not just, seeing our favorite scenes being the entire movie. I've heard more than one person say that, but also, fighting the cyborgs in the alley, where she, she kind of springs into action. At that point, she doesn't know, I think before that happens, she doesn't know that she's a killer. I mean, she's, she just woke up. She's been asleep for 300 years. She has no memory. And then something just flicks a light bulb on in her head, and she just, she acts, So that's kind of what we were talking about there on that one. About, I guess, Kunstler, actually brought up the fact that, that in her case, when some people fight, they'll fight a little bit to run away, to get away, they don't, but not her. I'm going to finish this. She kills 2 of them and badly injures the 3rd one, So, that's our girl actually that would do that. So
That's a good warm up. That's what that is.
Yes, it is.
I don't think she was fighting for herself. She was fighting for Ito.
Yes.
She went in thinking that Ito might be a serial killer, and then she found out that he's actually one of the good guys.
Yep.
And she was rooting for him when he ended up getting taken out by Romo. And so she's not only protective of Ito, but she's also taking a bit of revenge against those punks for beating up Ito in the first place.
Yeah, and she definitely took care of those punks. That's for sure. Good God Almighty, what was interesting about that, to Kunstler's point, in the novelization, after she, makes Gruishka flee, she says, in another second he would have been mine. Whoa, girl. That's pretty intense. And she had that. Gosh, I can't remember the German word for it, but it's kind of the fighting spirit, that it kind of possessed her. In that case,
Yeah, I love the scene of her expressions, and it was all Rosa just before she springs into action, in that she's quietly rooting for Ito, and when he gets in that first hit, she's like, yes, silently. But when he ends up being taken down by Romo, she screams, no, and then you can see all the emotion in her face, and why she would spring into action and be able to fight with so much emotion after that.
Yep.
Ricky,
Yeah.
Ricky, the word you're looking for is Kampfgeist.
Yes, that's it. Yes. Yeah, that's right.
I am the
Yeah,
Google
thanks.
foo.
You had the Google Translate going, right? Yeah.
You beat your ass.
Yeah, that's right.
You would not believe the amount of times I've been on Google Translate from Japanese to English recently.
Yeah. Well, I
English to Japanese.
Yeah, I use Google Translate. I mean, I try to, when I see, I can read some Spanish, you know, and I certainly can read German better than Spanish, but not like somebody that's their native language. You know, I can't do that. But, you know, but I'll use Google Translate to kind of help me. I'll pick out 3 or 4 words to get the idea. Then I'll punch it through Google Translate. Oh, yeah, that's right. You know, something like that. So, yeah, Google Translate's pretty cool, actually. So, yeah, of course.
Bob's comment's good. Yeah, I love that bit too.
Yeah, I do too, you know.
See, the problem is I love so many bits. It's just like, it's so hard to pick.
Yep. I got a slide coming up on you for that one. So yeah, I pulled it out for you, you know. So anyway, fighting and actually eventually killing Gorwishka. She fights him 3 times, you know, and you know, the first time she wins, the second time he wins, and then of course we got to go for the rubber match, you know, and then she definitely wins the last one. You know, I mean, that fight.
He got one lick in because he cheated.
Well, he surprised her, you know. I mean, she wasn't expecting it, you know, and you know, and then once that healing factor came into play, that fight lasted all of 10 seconds. Because I counted them, you know. So I mean, holy crap! It's kind of like that fight in if you saw that movie Troy at the beginning when Achilles fights Boagrius. You know, well, that fight lasted 10 seconds too.
Well, so that's because Achilles had winged feet.
Yeah, bastard. Well, not in the movie. He didn't. He was just a good fighter. You know, I guess they tried to make it realistic or something like that. But yes, yeah. Well, and you know the motorball tryout, you know, that was that you know, a lot of folks like that. They like that. It's not just a scene; it's just kind of the whole thing, you know, of that. A lot of great action in that thing. I've done 2 or 3 videos, you know, we've set different music to it. You know, it's just really an exciting, you know, kind of. You know, set of a segment, you know, basically the second league tryout, you know, and the street game is actually not bad either. You know, I mean, it's it is good. You know, I mean, I would say it's not as exciting as the second league tryout because you get the feeling that even though Alita, almost said Rosa, even though Alita, you know, it doesn't know yet that she can skate or whatever she does, you know, you don't get the feeling that you know, she's not playing murder ball with the other you know, with the other players, you know, but you know, in the second league tryout they're all out to kill her, you know, and it kind of goes back to that cyborg fight in the alley where she does them all, and now some of them get taken out, you know, by friendly fire, I guess, you know, from, you know,
there was nothing friendly about that. They're all competing for the $500,000.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So she doesn't really kill them all, but you know, a couple of them, you know, they die, you know, because they get taken out because they're trying to kill her, and of course that's something it's going to be difficult to do if she's in that berserker body. You know, that's going to be hard for you know, for just kind of I would say a run of the mill hunter warrior, you know, like what most of them were, I guess, and of course a couple of them were criminals, but. You know,
I believe the comment that sums it up is a slow Tuesday night just got hotter than the playoffs.
That's exactly right. That's right. It did get hotter in the playoffs. So, yeah, but I think, you know, I think her berserker body, even though it was 300 years old compared to what they had, her berserker body was way past the state of the art of their bodies, I think. You know, because it was kind of like you were saying one time before, Maxie, that, you know, that was a technology that couldn't be replicated. You know, they just didn't have the technical capability to do that, you know. So at that point in time, you know, so, you know, she had the advantage on them, you know, for sure. Now there was 8 of them, I think. So, you know, 7 or 8 of them. I can't remember exactly, but, you know, she definitely, she got a drop on him for sure, you know. And then of course storming the factory, that's one of my scenes. That's not one of the 2 scenes that I picked, you know, but that storming the factory, you know, you know, a lot of folks will see that and they say, yeah, that's great action and all that. But I actually took that scene, and we've talked about this several times on other streams, but I used it as the basis to come up with estimates about just how strong she was, how fast she was, you know. And it was, and even then, you know, it was way short still of what's in the manga. You know, a matter of fact, one of these days I might do another stream on that, because I think in the manga, you know, in that berserker body, she can go supersonic speed. You know, well, they didn't do that in the movie. You know, I mean, the movie, the way that worked out, I calculated that her average speed was 125 miles an hour, which would be roughly 100 and say 80 kilometers an hour, or 200 kilometers an hour, maybe. I think is what it is. Yeah, 200 kilometers an hour. Yeah. That is pretty freaking fast right there, you know, just in that body. But even that body, even that calculation is way short of what she can do in the manga, you know. And I suspect, you know, I also looked at her holding that Gatling gun. I think she's stronger than my initial calculation, because the way she was holding it. See, when I first saw it, I thought she was kind of had it cupped underneath with her hand, you know, but she's holding it on top. And she's not curling it. She's got her hand stuck straight, which tells me her strength is way more than what I calculated. But I may do another stream on that, you know, just to kind of update it. But anyway, these scenes right here, I thought were pretty good scenes. And certainly they're, I mean, you know, yeah, they're all kind of like my favorite scenes, because I mean, I've seen the movie about 40 times, which is way short of a lot of folks. But, you know, and, you know, it's, you know, it never gets old to me. This movie just does not, you know, get old to me. You know, it just doesn't. So anyway, I guess, do not stand by. What is your favorite scene in the movie itself? Or do you have a favorite scene, or is there three?
Yeah, I'm in the all of them camp. I'm trying to think of a scene that doesn't have Alita in it I like, but primarily all the scenes out of Alita I liked, because they had some important part of character development or some amazing action sequence that is incomparable to anything else I've seen in other movies. But as far as her character development, give a hint as to my Twitter tag. I love the "I do not stand by in the presence of evil" moment.
Oh yeah.
And a close second would be when she challenges the entire room in the bar.
Yes.
I'll take on anyone, and
Yeah.
if I win, then
Yeah.
so that was the my favorite character moment scenes.
Yeah.
But as far as action scenes, it's really hard for me to pick one, because all the action scenes are so amazing to me. And I recently changed my opening screen on the iPhone to the one where she takes the arm of one of the other bounty hunters and stabs the bounty hunter in the neck with the wet end. So
yeah. I like that one too. Yeah, I love it. She stabs him, you know, and then she stabs him, just kind of stands on top of him, looking around like anybody else.
Yeah,
I love
Next.
that. You know, yeah, next. That's right. Yeah,
And then
yeah. You know, all right. I'm gonna try this. Fnordley.
Oh, that's nice deep cut there.
Yeah. But anyway,
do you know where that's from? Creaky?
No.
I believe it's from now. I'm just trying to remember. There's two movies. I can't remember which one the two it's from. Sorry, what was that? You're very muffled there.
Yeah.
Stupid mic.
Yeah, the mic.
Get a new one. You've got a job now.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Oops.
Commander Shitty Mike. It's Wayne's World, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just going to say, though, you know, about those scenes that are pretty awesome. You know, a couple of scenes I liked that Alita wasn't in. I mean, I don't like what was going on there, because they were, you know, certainly one of them, they were conspiring to try to kill Alita, you know, and of course Alita is my favorite, you know, character. But anyway, is the one where Gruishka is kneeling before Nova, and a big old hulking monster, is hulking, in front of, he's kind of, kneeling,
Prostrated.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. And the other one that is a great scene I like, although I kind of, don't like Hugo for this, was that scene where he's drinking, liquor with Vector. He's, even though I don't like that, because I think Hugo had no honor, doing that. He's wow, there's a lot of. Yeah, I think Kunstler.
That's
Yeah,
Kunstler's microphone because he's driving home.
Yeah, that's right. That's okay, Kunstler. We get it. Even though I didn't like Hugo for that. That the scene itself was pretty good. They both, they both pulled it off. And looking at the actors themselves. That here you got Keenan Johnson, who's I think he's a good actor, but Mahershala Ali, that guy is a phenomenal actor, and then for him to kind of go back and forth in that scene with him almost like equals, that was pretty cool. I thought, that he could do that, so yeah, I agree with this, Bob Iverson. Matter of fact, I got something coming up on that one. That's going to be one of Creaky's, how, when she wakes up, the attention to detail, that's one of the things that really knocked my head off. And when first time I ever saw it, and her eyes opened up. And of course, when I first saw her eyes, I said, oh, I don't know if I said this exactly, but my reaction was, oh, how pretty, but when I saw her eyes, how her pupils were kind of adjusting to the light, like he says, I went, oh crap, that's good, because most, a lot of movies, they may not do that. They might just show the eyes, okay, she's got anime eyes, great, but in this case, they paid attention. Weta did a great job on that one, so.
Well, that's pretty standard for anime, that the eyes do a lot of the storytelling.
Yeah.
The eyes and round the eyes. So Japanese culture is very big on blushing when things happen. Like they really accentuate the blushing, and also when people are freaking out, they're in anime, their eyes sort of jiggle around.
Yep. So
they're very focused on the eyes as part of the storytelling in anime, and so they brought that across, obviously, into the movie.
Yep. Well, that's one of the things about old Thor Suma's out there. How's it going, Thor Soma? But anyway, that I didn't watch a lot of anime back when I first saw Alita, the manga. I can't remember even what volume it was. They had just a couple in that one comic book store I was in. The eyes never bothered me. A lot of the folks that kind of diss the movie a little bit, the eyes, I don't know why they give her big eyes, well, dummies, that's because it's an anime adaptation, and they just didn't like it, I guess, but it never really bothered me. As a matter of fact, I thought it was cool as crap, that they pulled that off,
Well,
and of course,
it's basically comes down to have you got a flexible mind, or are you totally inflexible?
Yes.
It's the inflexible people that can't deal with it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was, And one thing I didn't realize the first time I saw that movie was her hair is actually CGI.
Yeah, I had no idea for like a year.
Yeah, well, I saw one of the behind the scenes clips, because I got so interested in the movie. That first time I saw it, I was on, like I've said this before, but I was on a business trip and I saw it in the hotel. And then 2 nights again, I saw it again because oh boy, it's coming back on, so I saw it again, But, then I was really interested in it, and of course, I joined the Army with this. But anyway, I started getting on YouTube and looking, for some of this kind of stuff. And I saw that behind the scenes thing. And when I saw Rosa in that mocap stuff, I went, holy crap, they did her hair, that was, and that just pulled me in even more, because, Weta did a great job on that. So
that is why I have no faith in the Academy Awards anymore.
Yes.
Because the fact that hair was CGI and they couldn't tell, so they didn't give it the award. Stupid idiots.
Well, you would think these people would do some research.
No, there isn't. Sorry, move on.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying though, because I did the research. When I saw the movie 2 times, I wanted to see behind
They
the
were
scenes.
told to diss it, so they
Yeah.
did. It's all there is to it.
Well,
Hey,
fuck them.
Craig,
That's what I say.
They didn't do their jobs. They suck.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead,
Craig,
Angelus. Yeah.
do you know what an oxymoron is?
Yes, I know what an oxymoron is.
Isn't that a stupid cow?
No, no, it's a stupid ox.
Well, common sense is an oxymoron.
Yes.
Because
Yes, it
common
is.
sense just isn't that common.
Yeah.
In fact, it's
Quite
bloody rare.
Yep.
Great way to
Yep.
think about it.
That's right. So anyway, so do not stand by. You said, well, yeah, there he is.
But by the way, Creaky, I've got maybe 15, 20 minutes and then I have to book. So
That's
just so
cool.
you're aware.
Yeah, that's okay. So let's go ahead and get to yours then, Maxie, because I want to, I want you to bring that up. So here's, Maxie, kind of brought this up right here, because I'd asked him and Angelus, and of course only Maxie sent me his stuff, but that's okay. We'll give Angelus his shot. But
Did you see your Twitter DMs?
not in the last 30 minutes.
I thought you would have put both of the images up. Oh, you can't
Oh,
put a GIF in
don't
there.
worry about that. Now this
Oh,
is
he's
the
got
first
another
one.
slide.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so just to retell, seeing we're doing that thing. I got tickets for this movie. Well, actually, I'll take one step back. So I didn't know the movie was coming out. I hadn't been looking for it because it's been so long since I'd heard anything. I was like, do, and then something popped up in on YouTube, and I went, what the hell? And I went looking, and I went, holy crap, they finished it. They actually did it. And holy crap, it's coming out. There's a pre-screening this weekend. Holy crap, there's a cinema near me. Holy crap, I can get front row tickets, or middle front row. That row just behind the walkthrough.
Nice. Yeah.
And I'm like, bingo, baby. So I grabbed those tickets. Well, a ticket because I didn't have anybody I could drag along at that point. The missus wasn't interested.
Oh.
So anyway, I went off to this movie thinking, oh god, what if they screw it up? What if it's another like Death Note or another? Another all of them basically.
yeah. That's
and
right.
then I sat down in the cinema, and you're on the edge of your seat. You're like, oh shit, what are they going to do? Is it going to be good? Okay. And then the 20th Century Fox thing went up, and that always sort of wakes you up and gives you a little burst of endorphins, like exciting. There's a movie coming. And it was in 3D and everything. So it's like, whoa, 3D. And then this popped up and I went, oh shit. And I knew at that point that this was going to be good. I just knew it.
Yeah.
And just from that point onwards, the whole breadth of the movie was just like, oh wow. And then they did it. Yeah. And it was just, and this was before the opening night. This was the Saturday before the opening night.
Yeah.
So it was just amazing.
Yeah.
I was just so happy.
See, I didn't know much.
I walked back to my car, like staggered back to my car, and I sat there and I was like in a daze.
Like you'd been drinking, right?
Oh, shooting up, man. I don't know.
Yeah. See, I didn't have that advantage when I saw it because I didn't read the manga, at that point, but even at that, when I first saw it, my reaction was kind of like yours in a lot of ways. Like, holy crap, this is a good movie, holy crap. That's what I was saying kind of, and then of course the one scene, really, she hooked me, on that one. So anyway, but that's Maxie's thing here. Now this is Maxie's, one of your, of course, you probably got many favorite scenes, but this one right here is probably, your, one of your tip-top scenes right there at the very end where she's threatening Nova, and they zoom in through her iris, and or pupil rather, and zoom into this Alita Battle Angel graphic right here. What was it about that grabbed you, Maxie? What was the feeling you had?
Well, actually, I was saying from here to here. So, like from the 20th Century Fox opening to that scene. like the whole thing, because I'm a writer, it's
Yeah.
very hard to say, well, this is the best bit because there was so many.
Yeah.
But I mean, the fact that they did that, it was like, okay, they want to make another one. I knew they did. So I was actually pleased because I know their intent is to make more.
Yeah.
And we've recently had Rob Rod say, well, I'm working with Disney, and once I'm in the door, I'm going to work on getting an Alita sequel. I was like, yes.
Oh
So-
God, yeah. I was so stoked when I heard that. You know, golly, man, that was great.
For sure.
You know, yeah. I mean, because we've been kind of languishing all along here, a little bit. Not languishing, I guess, because we all love the movie, and it was, I mean, it's not like that we had, that we couldn't still love the movie. We could, but it was like, God, this movie's so good, and they're not going to give it a sequel, really? I mean, and then all of a sudden you see that and you go, oh yes, because I have no doubt that the Book of Boba Fett's going to be a big success, and I have also no.
Be behind it.
What was that, Angelus?
Because the Alita army is going to be behind it.
Yes. Yeah, the Alita army has kept things going. That's kind of cool, And so, Creaky's just a newcomer here. I've only been with the Alita army a year and a half, so it's and I'm happy about that. So,
well, the Alita army's only existed about a year more than that, so
yeah,
don't worry too much.
Yeah. Oh, I don't. I do have a regret though that I didn't see it when it first came out because it didn't. The trailer didn't do anything for me, and I think Dizzy and I talked about that a couple of times because the trailer did everything for him. He saw Alita smash Zapan's head on the table. He said, "Oh, I got to see that." Now that's not the trailer I saw. I saw the one where she, was I guess she was flying through the grind cutters. And she was on the motorball track. There was a brief shot of that, and
well, there was 3 trailers. The first
Yes.
one was very under finished. That was the one with the eyes that looked weird.
Yeah.
And then they were fixed in the second one. But the third one was called the Battle Ready trailer, and that was the best one.
Yeah.
But you may
that's
not have
probably
seen
the
that.
that's probably the one Disney saw, and the one I
I'd
saw
say
was
so.
the second one probably. But
Yep.
yeah, but my reaction was, I don't want to see a teenage girl beating up on monsters, or something like that,
I
But
do believe
boy,
you changed your tune now.
oh God Almighty, yeah, dude, yeah.
So just before you move on to somebody else, I will say that if you forced me at gunpoint to pick a scene that had to be my favorite, it would be the final scene in the locker room where she cuts a tear.
Yes.
Because that's sort of like encapsulates what happened in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've said this before too. To me, Alita, I mean, granted, she's a fictional character, okay, but it's like I view her kind of like I would view a niece, and her, when she was in front of the mirror and that little tear come down, if I was there, I'd want to hug her,
Yeah.
But quickly, Odd John Hoots pointed out, no, she don't want that, So I said, yeah, you're right, she doesn't,
Yeah, she could cut you in half without blinking. So
Well, she could, but I don't think she would. She'd just probably, ignore you or push you away or something like that, because she had bigger fish to fry, as they would say,
And
so
it wouldn't work anyway because Cricket is water.
yeah. But anyway, that's kind of how I felt about that. I think, God, because, it was just horrible. I said, God, you only want to be happy. And here's these idiots, trying to kill her for her heart. I mean, seriously,
wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah. Yeah. Bob Iverson brings out a good thing about that, if you saw where she's coming out of the locker room and she's on the, going out toward where the crowd's going to, kind of cheer her on, stuff like that. In Spanish, it has heads will roll, yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, we lost Kunstler again. So that's exactly right, Bob.
It's written in the novel that all new tryouts get ragged by the people
Yes.
around the entry, that they basically just want to see them crash and burn, and most of them do because they're new tryouts and they're not Alita. But yeah.
Well, that was her.
Well, I love the contrast. I love the contrast from the look on her face when she came out in Wonder and everyone was booing and taunting her, versus when she's rolling out and everybody's cheering her, and she's got such a determined look on her face. It's so different from her first time entering the arena versus now she is on the verge of becoming a grandmaster.
When she rolls out, she's got what's called the 1,000-yard stare.
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly right. Where the crowd, well, you know, she does kind of, when she comes out and she see a shot of her on the Jumbotron behind her, like she looks around at the crowd, but you're right, Maxie, she's not looking at a specific person or even a group of people. It's kind of like it's a general, you know, just looking around. It's like she's looking through them almost, you know? Yeah, I mean, competitors do that. You know, I know when I do powerlifting, you know, there are people out there, you know, I mean, you know, a bunch of them, you know, and I don't even see them. The only person I see is the judge that says start. You know, that's the only one I see. Everybody else is like they're not there, you know, and that's that 1,000-yard, you know, stare you were talking about, you know, except in that case, I do look at the judge, but do not stand by. What's your favorite scene? Do you have one, or you have two or three? I mean, I know you kind of talked a little bit about that alley fight, but
yeah, as I mentioned, I'm in the camp of Maxie that the entire movie is my favorite scene. With every other movie, I just skip to maybe two or three really great scenes I'll watch over again. But with Alita, I gotta watch the whole thing over again.
Oh yeah.
It's like listening to a symphony. You can't just like fast forward to a bit that you like. You got to start from the beginning. It's got to build up. It's a whole. It's one of those things that just there are no shitty bits.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the only shitty bit about that movie is it's not longer. That's
right. Yeah. Well, it's like when I watch the movie and I can't stop it and go do something else, and then, you know, I can't do that. I have to watch it. When I sit down and start watching, I'm going to watch it all the way through again. You know, I've never done that. I've never watched parts of it, skipped through it, or came back to it again tomorrow. Oh, where did I leave off? I never do that. I always watch it from start to finish every single time, you know. So.
Well, Maxie's 50% right in the sense that the other shitty bit is that there's no pineapple pizza in there.
Only you, Angelus. Only you.
Hey, Angelus, I had a pineapple pizza the other night, as a matter of fact. That's pretty cool. Okay, Angelus, tell us about your favorite scene, man, or scenes.
All righty. Well, I'll save the best for last.
She said.
That's why I'm always last. But yeah, as a general thing, whenever she smiles, like I'm with Creaky on that one because the I guess emotion that Rosa puts in it comes through. It comes through all the CGI. It comes through the scene, whether it's meant to be a happy scene, whether it's meant to be a sad scene, or whatever. Yeah. And she's just this or. But yeah, just whenever she smiles, because it's just.
Oh yeah, you know that smile. When I do my good morning tweet, which for you Aussies in the future, it's going to be good evening. But anyway, when I do that tweet, I'll follow it up sometimes with that smile kills me, or that smile crushes me, or stuns me, or something. You know, because it does. You know, because Rosa, I mean, I can't say enough good about her. I mean, God, she's good. You know, she's really, I think she's very underrated, you know, as an actress. You know, I think she didn't get her, you know, due respect or whatever, you know, for being Alita. And of course, Thor Soma says you're dying over there, Angelus. So I don't know if that's true, you know. So, but if something happens to you, you do it in the future, you could travel back in the past and get away with it, right? So.
Yeah.
Guess who we got coming on here? Look at here. It's Dan. How's it going, Dan?
Pretty good. How about you?
Good, man.
Jesus Christ, Dan, where were you last weekend?
Damn, where was I last weekend? I have no idea.
Bottom of the box.
Well, neither do we, because you should have been on the stream.
Yeah, you
I would have been on the stream. I would have, but shit happens.
Well, we
How you guys
were
been?
doing Alita's top 5, Alita's dream team for the Zot. And so many people picked Goku and Android 18, and you weren't there to gloat.
Oh, yeah. And the Creaky did that. The Creaky picked, not only did the Creaky pick, Goku and Vegeta, but I picked Android 18 also.
See, you already know. I've already indoctrinated you.
Oh, yeah. It's great. Of course, I picked Saitama and Tatsumaki too, Yeah,
Who's
so
Tatsumaki?
She's a terrible tornado. She's the number 2 or 3, I think. S class.
Oh, she the green one. The
green hair. Yeah,
okay.
That's right. Yeah, she's a
good
badass.
Pitch.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So I figure with Goku and Saitama on the same team, and of course with rounding them out with the others and Android 18. Who's going to beat these people? It's just not going to happen. They're going to win. So.
You cannot pick to fight against people who enjoy it. You know what I mean? The happy warriors.
Yeah. Well, those are all happy warriors.
Yeah, the worst people to fight. The people who are comfortable in their own misery. You know what I mean?
That's it. Or for them, fighting is like the discipline of learning how to fight is a delicious thing. I've found. When I used to take martial arts, when I was actually practicing it, I used to look forward to fighting full contact because it was delicious. You're going to get hit, but that's okay. It's delicious.
Not getting hit feels good too, though.
Absolutely.
Honestly, what I felt like when I was sparring was always I really like the near misses and stuff. You know what I mean? Like you see Sanchai when people throw like mid to high kicks and stuff like that, and he ducks under them like it's you know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah,
that stuff feels good. You know what I mean? It's a flow state.
Well, Lurdzilla does that too. So
yeah.
Creaky, who was that other character you were talking about from One Punch Man?
Tatsumaki.
Genos.
Right? Yeah. Well, Genos too. I picked him.
Yeah,
too,
I picked him as well. Yeah, but I was going to say there's a tweet or a retweet of a CBR thing here. 10 anime bounty hunters who would give Samus Aran a run for her money. So I don't know who Samus Aran is. Does anybody know?
She's from...
Yes, you're lying. This is a joke. This is a meme.
Yeah.
He's memeing right now. Don't believe him. He knows who Samus is.
Yes. Yeah, Samus is... I used to watch my youngest stepson play that game. God, what's the name of the damn game?
Super Smash Bros.
Metroid.
No, it wasn't Super Smash. Well, she was in Super Smash.
Metroid.
Yeah.
But Metroid, that's it. Yeah,
I've never played Metroid because I don't have Nintendo or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're of the age. Don't lie to me, Max. Come on. When Metroid, the original Metroid was big, come on. And you're into that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
No, I've never played it. Didn't know who the character was. I'm telling the truth.
Wow.
There's a gap in my knowledge.
Does your kid have a Nintendo Switch or Super Smash Bros. Or anything like that?
Nope.
No? Damn, every kid is one of those. I figured.
He plays Minecraft on the iPad.
So you really don't know about she's a waifu, definitely.
Okay.
Look up Zero Suit Samus.
You'll
Look
have
up
to educate me at some point.
Zero Suit Samus cosplay.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's definitely top tier right there.
Yeah.
She's not a cyborg though, I don't think.
No,
well, she's augmented with the suit. So.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but she's not like like Master Chief is cyborg and then has a suit. She's just kind of like a chick in a suit.
Yeah, she just has a suit. Yeah.
But she's still sick though. I like Samus. I think that's
she's
really
badass. Samus is badass. Yeah.
Actually, back when I used to play the old Smash games, I was always like Fox and Link mains. But I got the new one, Ultimate. I don't really play it that much, but I found myself using Samus a lot.
Yeah. So. Here we go. Yeah.
Yes, Zero Suit Samus. Yep. Top tier. Top tier.
Yep, that's her. Yeah, every time Den gets on here, we got to talk about waifus. There's no doubt about it. That's
And
which I
people,
think-
and they're like trying to redraw her as like some short-haired, boy-cutted, really androgynous looking kind of thing now. And I'm like, no, you can't take that away from Samus. The whole point was back in the 80s. You didn't know you were playing a girl. You know what I mean? And then when
Yeah.
you beat the game in like under 2 hours or something like that, her suit comes off and she's in a bikini and she's like long blonde flowing hair. That was
Yeah.
the point. You know what I mean? It was kind of
Yeah.
like this secret thing, this reward kind of thing. You know what I mean? This like ancient kind of meme. Like you used to pass, you didn't have the internet, so you would pass knowledge along among your friends as rumors. Oh, Samus is really a girl, and if you beat the game, you get to see her in a bikini. That's what the whole point of not the whole point of the character, but it's an integral part of her character. So,
Well, what's neat
androgenizing her.
about her too is in that game Metroid. When I was watching my stepson play it, he was like 9 years old playing it. But anyway, I was watching him play that game, and at the beginning of the game and through a good bit of it, she's got that helmet on, and you can't tell. Yeah, that's her. There she is in the upper left corner. In that most of that game on Metroid, she's in that. So you can't tell that she's a waifu in that one.
Yeah.
Until she takes that shit off and looks like this right here on the right. Whoa.
Until the very end. You
Yes.
didn't know, like back in the 80s or the 90s. I think it was the 80s, late 80s. You don't know until the very last minute, and you're like, "Oh shit!"
Well, Thor Soma, you say you're too drunk to add any value. You can stay in the chat though, and you give us hell. We're okay with that. So we definitely are. Or if you want to join the stream, you can. So either way. But yeah, you're right, Dan. She is a top tier waifu. There's no doubt about it.
This is a very anime drawing with the really long flowing hair in the eyes.
Yeah, that was the thing. So if you see that pixel art on the left, I don't think that's the original one. The original one was like way shittier than that. You know what I mean? But that was one of the things, because pixel art, you can't really make out anything but large details. And that long blonde hair was one of the things that you could make out of it.
Yep.
So that's integral to her character. You know what I mean? Well, not integral. I wouldn't say integral, but I don't know. Maybe that is the right word. Who fucking knows?
Yeah.
But anyway, I know y'all want to see my long blonde hair soon.
Oh, that's all right. No, that's all right. Anyway, going back to Angelus, I guess. Angelus, you told us one of your favorite scenes.
Oh, yeah.
What's the other one?
The two others. Now, a lot of people have mentioned the the alleyway fight scene. Sorry, but I guess on par with that, at least for me anyway, is the underworld fight scene, because every, I guess, phase of that fight.
Yeah.
Like, Alita knew that she was, like, right from the beginning when she was going to quote unquote enemy territory. She knew she was like already on the back. Like, she wasn't as like I guess in a way she was at a physical disadvantage. Because Grusha did receive an upgrade. So she had that going against her. She had enemy turf going against her.
But you know what was interesting about that fight, though, is that she nearly won that fight. I mean, at that time she pushed him against the wall of rock, and that big rock fell in front of Grusha. If that had fallen on top of him, he would have been done, or he'd have been damaged so bad that he wouldn't have been able to fight, And also, when she rammed her hand in, which that's coming up, folks, I know you know it is, but when she rams her hand in his eye and says, "Fuck your mercy," if she had grabbed his chip, because her hand was in his head, if she could have somehow got her hand on his chip and pulled it, he'd have died. So, that's how close she came to even winning that fight, So, but now, of course, she certainly, if Ito and Hugo and the dog guy, McTeague, hadn't showed up, she would have died right there, But
dog guy?
Yeah. Yeah, the dog guy, Murdoch, McTeague.
Yeah,
So,
but you call him the dog guy?
Yeah, he is a dog guy. He loves dogs, man. He's kind of like Creaky in that regard.
The Hound Master. Come on.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Hound Master. Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, like I said, every single aspect of that fight, from beginning to end, like I just loved about it, including the infamous
I like in that
That's
fight her intensity too. I mean, you could see the intensity in her in that fight. You know, even more so than the alley fight. I think. You know, I mean, she's pretty freaking intense in the alley fight, but you know, in that fight, you know, you could just see those eyes. You know, you go, God damn, man. You know, pardon my French. So.
Well, if you'd known the manga at the time, you would have known the intensity was going to be there. They had to
Yeah,
do
that's
it.
right. That's right. You know.
Yeah,
So
well,
anyway,
that's something different. So I didn't know, at least on the first viewing anyway. I
yeah.
didn't know about the manga.
Oh God, the
Yeah,
first
we
viewing.
had
Let me go ahead and get to that because I want to show Maxie before, and then we'll ask Dan what his favorite scenes were. Anyway, everybody knows this is the Creaky's favorite scene right here. It definitely is.
Don't get
Yes.
copyrighted.
Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't enough. You know, it wasn't enough to get yeeted. Yeah, but it's God Almighty. You know, if like I told one time, I told Cran this. You know, that had she been a real person, well, Rose is a real person, but I mean Alita. I mean, and I was around her, I would have proposed to her right there, right with that, because look at the intensity in those eyes, man.
What does that say? Forget your mercy?
No, it doesn't say that. It definitely does not say
Well,
that.
apparently that's now the Americans translate.
Yeah. Yeah, she yeah, when I saw that scene the first time, I was absolutely hooked on the movie. I just had to see it again, you know. And that's why, you know, I didn't, you know, when it came back on when I was in the hotel, I didn't care. I'm not going out. I'm gonna watch this movie. You know, I was anticipating, waiting for this scene to come back. You know, that's what that scene did to me. You know, God, look, I mean, just look at her. You know, see, to me, she's beautiful right there. I mean, she just rammed her hand in his eyes, you know, and fuck your mercy. I mean, holy crap. Yeah, that was great, you know. So, and then of course the next one is this one. Now, I think I remember telling some folks that, you know, one of the things about this scene right here is that when she opens her eyes, now this is not the very first time she opened her eyes. Of course, that was she kind of closed them before and then reopened them again. But this one had a little more detail in it, so that's why I picked it. But I saw those eyes. I just said, "Oh God, that is great." You know, I mean you know, look how pretty that is. You know, stuff like that. You know, and then that right there started me down the pathway of being hooked. Right here, you know, that's what it did. You know. And then, of course, they're going up to the mirror and all that stuff was pretty cool, you know. So, yeah, those are definitely Creaky's favorite two scenes right there, you know. And you know what? The first scene definitely is my most favorite scene. This one here is you know, maybe it's second. I don't know. There are so many good scenes in it, you know, that it's hard to say what would be absolutely the second best scene, you know. But I'm kind of like. You know, a lot of other folks like Do Not Stand By when he said it was pretty much the entire movie. That's kind of the way I feel too, really, you know. But specifically that first scene, you know, when she did this, you know, when she opened her eyes, that started me being hooked on the movie. This right here was like the marketing pitch for people getting to join the army. When I saw this, you know, I saw that started me down the path. And then of course, seeing her, you know, punch her hand into Grishka's eye, that was like sinking the hook when you go fishing. You know, that's kind of what it is, you know. So anyway, those are Creaky's favorite scenes right there, you know. And I got more than two, but I'm not going to go into them because, you know, it'll hog the whole show up, you know, whatever. So any comments on that? You guys are all laughing. Yeah, Creak, yeah, he loves that hand, that F Your Mercy scene in this scene. Yeah.
No, I'm not laughing at you, man. I love all of those too.
Yeah, exactly. Dan, what's your favorite scenes in the movie?
Guess.
Well, the Fuck Your Mercy is one too, I guess, right?
I got two that I'm gonna say.
Okay.
So I want y'all to guess. See who knows me the best.
Oh, okay.
And
I
if
think
you
that
don't
where
guess
she,
correctly,
I got
you die.
it.
So there's actual stakes here.
Okay, good. Well,
Firefight.
I'll come visit you in Tampa. And we'll have it out.
Firefight?
No, here's the thing. I know what one of Dan's favorite scenes is, and that's when she grounds and pounds Romo into the
Yep.
dirt.
That's what
Yeah.
I was going to say
That's
too.
Yeah.
the one. That's what you were gonna say, but you were scared because you knew you would die if it was wrong.
No, Creaky just never shuts up. How do I get a word
Yeah.
in edgewise?
Yeah, Creaky's got a big mouth. That's right.
That and what's the other one?
Firefight.
What's that?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be my other guess.
Let me think about this.
So that means David's dying. So writing that down on my list. The motorball scene. It's that and the motorball scene, specifically the one I used the most on my old channel videos, and that was
I
the
should
part where she sticks the big claw in the guy's eye.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you
that-
mean where
those
she
two
rips the
really-
guy's
good.
arm off and then
Death by
Yeah.
waifu.
I just like those two scenes. I love the fight choreography. I like how clear everything is. You know what I mean? It's just a
Yeah.
good fight.
It's made
So-
more poignant because she talks to Hugo. The Hugo says to her, "Because you could rip my arm off and beat me to death with the wet end," and then she
Yeah.
does that to another guy during Motor.
Yeah.
yeah, she literally broke his arm off. That's right.
Yeah, those would be my two right there. I always went back and forth as to which one was a better fight scene. And it's not even the entire alley scene necessarily. It's literally just the ground and pound part, you know?
Oh, I love that because we just before you came on, Dan, we did talk about a little bit about how one of the things I like about it is that when she's in front of the mirror doing the movements, like she was doing kata and she did the snake creeps down and does the outward blocks and the stuff and the chain punch and stuff like that. That's kind of like the formal martial arts, go through the movements type thing. But when it came to the fight, son, it was kick butt, ground and pound. So, yep, that's it.
Yeah, those two would definitely be. I like good fights in movies, and we get so many fight scenes in films that are just really unsatisfying. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's just run of the mill shit. I don't know. A lot of people. I'm gonna get hate for this right now. A lot of people, especially my wife and my mom, actually love the Bourne movies. I can't stand those movies. Maybe just what I've seen was just the bad shaky cam shit. Maybe I don't even remember the first movie, so I could be wrong. But I hated the way those movies are shot. And then the Taken sequels, I hated the way those were filmed too. The fight scenes, it's like, Liam Neeson is like 90 and he doesn't know how to fight. So let's just shake the camera a bunch to hide that. You know what I mean? One of my biggest videos was that video talking about Rosa going through the motions and learning how to do some of these movements, and the fact that the movie really took the fighting seriously. You know what I mean? Because anime takes the fighting seriously.
Yes, it does.
It's one of the reasons why anime got so popular. So,
yep,
the movie did the same, and I like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the Bourne movies though. I mean, I know my second wife and we binge watched those one time. The first three, and then the Bourne Legacy, the one with Jeremy Renner in it. I actually like that one pretty well.
Yeah,
that
I'm
one.
not gonna hate you if you like it. All I remember about them is if I got motion sick, I'd be vomiting right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like the Bourne movies. Okay, one thing I did like about him is how they portray him as kind of this fighter that is going to be tough to beat. Although I guess what's her name helped him fight that one guy, and he ended up winning because she kind of distracted this one guy. But but I agree with you. I think the fight scenes in Alita are better. I think because it's like you say, I love that. That's kind of like a mini documentary or whatever. How she took, martial arts, she practiced. She also learned how to do, she doing skating. She did some things there getting ready for the movie. And I remember she said she was nothing but a croissant when she got the movie. And she realized that I got to get in shape. I can't go into this movie like this, you know. And she took it serious, and that was another thing I loved. About
You can
her,
tell
you know?
she got a respect for it as well, and that's something that a lot of people don't get. You know, fighting is just this. Blah, blah. No, fighting is
Yeah.
human chess at a very high speed.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, she got a little bit of respect for the martial arts, and not just the flashy martial arts side. You know, in movies we see a lot of wushu, we see a lot of Wing Chun, we see a lot of that stuff. No, she got a taste of the fighting side as well. You know,
Yes. Yes.
If you don't get hit in the face, you're basically not doing anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
that's
she
right.
understood that. You know,
Yep.
I like that a lot. And another thing that Alita got that understood, you know, the filmmakers and stuff understood was that it doesn't always have to be flashy. A lot of the times, like more simple stuff, and this is something that, you know, a lot of the action movies that my wife likes. She loves the action movies. I shit on them, but you know, she likes him, so I don't. You know, it's completely fine to like these movies. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but they try to get a little bit flashy with their fighting, and it's like it takes away from it. You know what I mean? And Alita, like I said, the ground and pound scene was just simple.
Yes.
It was simple. You're dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that.
It
I
was
love
brutal.
that.
And it was straight to the point, and it was just like, yes, this is exactly what fighting is sometimes. It's just sometimes you just punch someone and they fucking die. There you go.
Yeah, that's right. You know,
Can't say it's ever happened to me, but okay, fair.
well, when I used to do martial arts, I used to fight full contact. I loved it. You know, I actually sparred with a WKA world champion, you know, one time. You know, he was a middleweight.
Did it show you the gap? Did you get that Goku realization moment? You know,
yes, I did.
I love those things in Dragon
did,
Ball. It's like
know?
I thought I was so good, and then I fought him, and it's like, wow, there's so much more I got to.
Well,
there was
you know,
actually someone named Fight Tips on YouTube. He does boxing, Muay Thai, all this stuff. His channel, and he sparred with a professional UFC fighter named Stephen Thompson, karate styled actually. And he said sparring with Stephen Thompson was like fighting Goku. Shane's not bad. He's a pro fighter. He's won fights in Muay Thai and stuff. But he said the gap between Stephen Thompson and him was just like nothing else. And Steve Thompson's a nice guy. He'll talk to you on like fucking YouTube and Twitter and shit.
Well, Dan, when I sparred with this guy, I was a black belt. I mean, you know, I wasn't a world beater, you know, but I was decent, you know. And we fought 3 rounds. I actually knocked him down the first round, but it wasn't because I hit him and hurt him. It's because he's tried to do a kick on me, and I hit him. You know, I hit him in a body shot, knocked him off balance, and he fell down, but he popped right back up. You know, but oh God, was he fast? I mean, I was hanging on by my fingernails. You know, and then after
I know how it feels.
Well,
you know that if you slip up one time, he could just fucking destroy you. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, the thing of it is, though, you know, after we got through, he's really a good guy. He said, "Man, that was pretty good." He said, "Thanks, that was great." I've
had that happen too. It's like they say, "Oh, you're really good, man." They're like, "You're really good," and I'm like, "Bro, I was hanging on for my fucking life." You're like
that's
R.
right.
Kelly, you know, I was fighting for my fucking life.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly the way I felt.
He's like, "Oh, you're good. Well, let's do that again next time." No, not fucking ever doing that.
Oh no, I only sparred with him once. I would have sparred him again though. I mean, because I loved it. You know, it's great. You know. What are we looking at here as a cosplayer, right?
Paul Untitled strikes again.
Ah.
I just spotted this tweet.
Nice.
I believe that's a cosplayer.
You're too slow to play the game because I spotted this tweet last night at work.
I like the way he's got the kind of the little, electricity going around like that. Her hand kind of reminds me of Makoto Misaka, a little bit.
I don't think that those wrist wraps would survive the plasma, though.
No, I don't think so either.
She looks like a cosplayer from Japan by the looks of things.
Yep.
Well,
she's pretty good.
Japan, huh?
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Making some assumptions there, man. She could be from Australia for all you know.
Well,
or could be from,
shall we say?
Could be from the U.S., Dan.
Or it could be from Korea, where the series My Name is actually created.
That's a microaggression, man.
I tell you what, if she's in Australia, then she's in trouble because Angelus is here.
Yeah, you gotta hide women from that guy, you know.
Such a womanizer.
Hey, I had a
Prince Manhawk, we call him.
Yeah, I had an Asian girlfriend.
Probably just fucking throw pineapples at her or something, you know.
My first wife was Filipino.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, crazy, but Filipino.
Yeah, Yeah, first
Filipinos
girl I
are
lived
great,
with.
man.
First girl I lived with was a Japanese American. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's cool.
Anyway, just thought I'd show you that.
Anyway, just threw that out of there. So
Hey, oh, I thought we lost someone.
no, he just was just sharing his screen, I guess, So anyway, yeah, Dan, we talked about all these right here, up at the beginning. So and of course the fight, the cyborg fight in the alley, I really did love that ground and pound scene. That was another one, that would be my number 3, I guess, pretty close to number 3, I guess, somewhere up there, and how she takes Grishka's arm off, that would be high on my list too, I think, so
Definitely agree.
so anyway, so ground and pound for Dan, and the motorball, second league tryout. So
Yeah.
That's right.
Before I sign out to get sleep before my night shift, one more thing that I neglected to mention, and I think it's possibly my top favorite scene, mainly because it's my top favorite track of the soundtrack. But it's when she gives Hugo the mechanical harp.
Yeah, Jay and I, we're thinking the same here. He liked the F-bomb scene too. That's that by far and away is my favorite scene, Jay. It sure as hell is. Yeah, the Creaky loves that scene. That's for sure. That is definitely my favorite. So, you know what though? I like the whole movie. Like I said, I can't start watching it and then stop. I can't do that, and then come back later and pick it up. Nope, can't do that,
I actually have to book as well. My wife needs some help. She's got a sore shoulder, so I've got to put some gel on it. But
what'd you do to her?
I just wanted to say before I take off that we've had Ethan pull out of the stream tomorrow, so we're probably going to have to change the topic because we kind of need him there to talk about that. Because he's got the inside line, but
okay.
Yeah, so the topic for tomorrow's stream is up in the air at the moment, but we'll think of something.
Okay. So I kind of had that at the end, but I won't do that.
Yeah, leave that out because it's now changed. He's got some real life stuff going on, and he had to pull out, unfortunately.
Okay. Well,
I was looking forward to it. But...
Oh yeah, well we'll get him back.
Yeah.
So.
No, we've got to have some chaos. It's just not radio chaos.
Yeah, that's right. Well, the Creaky's going to be the stream manager again tomorrow. Tony had some more family responsibility, and that's fine because I love doing it, But next weekend he has to do it because I'm traveling. So.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah. Anyway, if any of you guys have a thought about what we could discuss tomorrow.
I'll think about that. Yeah, I'll think about that.
Put it in the show notes or something, Yeah,
I'll think about.
But we're gonna have to change that up anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just have a whatever stream and just talk about Alita just randomly.
That works. I'll see if I can throw together a quick PowerPoint
of whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. That's the title of it. Where we discuss whatever. But then the movie.
Well, I do know that somebody was talking about doing an Alita X Metroid stream. So.
Oh.
I don't know if we could do that. Swing that in 24 hours, but
yeah,
we should do that sometime.
So, in other words, kind of a comparing waifu type thing, huh?
Yeah. Well, then it'll be on that.
It's going to be a hard one.
Yeah.
In what fashion? Hard above the waist or below the waist?
Is David going to be there with pineapples? Because I don't want to know about that kind of hard. You know what I mean? That's not the hard I was talking about.
He's got to work tomorrow. Don't you, Dave?
So you're going to be the host, Maxie?
I guess.
Yeah.
Unless you want to do it like the other day when you're ready.
Well, now this week I did not do that. I said, okay, I made sure I put my name in the right place.
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah, it was kind of funny too when we did that because where the hell is Maxie? You know, God Almighty, I'm going to have to do the intro, which I was, you know, since I'm the host, I got to do the intro, you know, but I did it. It wasn't no problem, you know, but still, and I said, oh damn, I'm the host. Yeah. Oh gosh.
There you go.
Yep, there it is. So.
Anyway, I got a book. Got to help
All
you.
right.
Thanks for inviting me.
talking to you,
Have
man.
fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Come on the stream tomorrow if you can, Dan. That'd be great.
Yeah,
We'll try.
I'll send you a link then.
No worries. Have a good day at work there, Angelus, and have a good
Roger.
evening, my American compadres.
Yeah.
Catch you tomorrow.
All righty. See you.
And likewise for me. Catch you guys later.
Okay, you got to go out too.
All right,
I'm
David.
gonna go to sleep.
Oh,
Good
that's
talking,
right.
man.
That's right. You working them damn weird hours.
Radio,
So,
yeah.
yeah, that's right.
All right. Yeah.
Well, I guess we could bring the stream to a close since you know, we kind of hit this one pretty good, I think. So did we miss anything? I don't think we did.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I don't think we did. Dan, you gonna stick around? We're gonna watch a Dragon Ball.
Yeah, sure, we could do that.
Okay, cool.
I know it's been a while. You probably
Yeah.
have no idea where we are.
Yeah, I do. We were the first episode of the Android arc. We just finished it.
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been busy, man. Sorry about that. I've been.
Oh, that's
gone
okay,
for a
man.
while, but
That's all right. So
sometimes
anyway,
I gotta pick. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. You go ahead.
I'm gonna bite my sandwich. You can go ahead and finish up.
Okay. So, all right. Well, anyway, here's our queen right here. This lady's #1 in Creek's book. That's for damn sure. Great actress. I mean, without her, you know, the Alita would have been, you know, from the folks that tried out for it, they were all good actresses, but Rose is #1, Jack. She pulled it off, you know. I mean, this just her facial expressions, her body language, the way she took the role seriously and trained for it, you know, and stuff like got in shape and all that. I mean, yeah, Rosa is #1. So in the Creek's book. So not that she would care about that, but that's okay. And I guess why is this image here? Well, we know why this image is here because I like it and I'm running the stream. And to paraphrase Gruwishka, I'm only here for our girl and the Alita Army. So, okay, any last thoughts, guys? We're going to wrap it up early tonight, I guess, or today for you folks in the future. So. Unless somebody wants to come on and talk about Alita, now we'll stick around if you want to do that. Okay, well then we'll end it up, I guess, on our call to action, which is going to be film those sequels, baby, and we'll do that on my count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Film
those sequels, baby.
Okay, we'll see you guys next week, and come join us on the Radio Chaos stream tomorrow. Cheers.